Hello, 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 and welcome to Rainbows Rising, where we ascend together. I'm your host, rainbowraaja, and I have a very special guest for you all today. I am here to welcome Alyse Korn. She's going to be talking about angelic healing and all of the things that she uses to help her with her work. Welcome, Alyse.
Thank you, Rainbow Raja. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here on this beautiful Saturday morning. And I'm here in Ojai, California, which some of you may know as a very spiritual place. And we're very close to nature, mountains. It's
That's a beautiful
beautiful.
area. It really is.
Have you been out here? Have you
Oh
been here?
yeah, I used to go to Ventura a lot, so of course you have to drive through Ojai because that's just a much nicer drive.
Exactly. Great.
So we have talked the last 2 weeks about archangels, and we did a little bit of connecting with angels and talking about how to do so. But I would really love for you to share how you connect with angels and about the work you've been doing over the past couple of years with them.
Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, the the angels are around us all the time, and so many people who connect with them naturally. Some people see angels, and so I actually personally don't see them, but I experience them, and I feel like the more that we work with angels, it's like working out and growing our muscles. That we start to become more and more sensitive to their energies. So we know angels are very high vibrational light beings, and so as you so as I call in angels in the morning, I'm calling them in with their names 3 times. So we might want to, let's say today is Cassiel, Saturday, so I would call Cassiel, 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 Cassiel. Please be with us in love and light, love and light, love and light, for highest good, highest good, highest good, and with the law of 3. So you may, as you start working and calling in angels, you may start seeing feathers on the ground. You might start noticing repeating numbers like, oh, it's 111, it's 1212. We might start seeing those patterns. We might start to have kind of smell aromas like carnations or roses, maybe kind of a frankincense smell attributed with angels. And yeah, what else? I just think it's really important to connect with the love in our heart and to be really true, honest with our intent.
Yeah, so what can you really like utilize angels for? Like we all know that every once in a while you call on an angel for like prayer or I know I call on them for protection, especially like if I just don't feel right in my room or the house or I'm walking home, I'm like, oh man, it feels not so great. I'm gonna, I'm gonna call on Archangel Michael and just feel a little better. But is there anything else that we can do when we work with angels that helps our personal development, our ascension, or helps us work with other people for manifesting or whatnot for them?
Absolutely. So I believe that they cannot interfere
Mm.
unless we ask for their assistance. And I believe it's for our spiritual transformation and our physical that they're here to help us with karmic issues.
Well, I think it's really interesting that when you first started talking about the angels, the lights in your room like got super, super bright. And I definitely felt a shift, even though we're how many miles away? I felt a shift in your environment. Like when you started calling in the angels and talking about them, it was like, they're here.
Exactly.
um,
Exactly.
so when working with them for karmic issues or um, even like healing wounds that you have in your heart, like do you have any practices that you personally do that help you move through um, those stages? Like I know right now I'm working on letting some people who've hurt me go. I've got some like super deep heart pain
Mm.
um, that I've moved past. Like for the most part, it's pretty healed over. But all of us have been hurt by someone, and sometimes it leaves a little deeper of a wound that's harder to get rid of. Is there a way to use angels and working with angels to like kind of let go of those connections and move past that pain?
Right, right. So as you're saying that, I'm actually feeling a lot of energy around my upper heart area and like even in the back, because I believe like that back, like we carry that energy. Like everything is right, it's all electrical and even from our birth or past lives. And I believe we carry these karmic issues with us into this lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're asking, what can we do? So I believe that each of us has a day angel. Like I'm born on a Tuesday, so I'm working with Camael. And so I'm working with the color creation red, which is, we think if we talk about the chakras, like I believe that healing starts at our base, like our safety
Mm-hmm.
and our security. And so I believe that as we work with heart forgiveness and we work from our base and our root and grounding, connecting with Mother Earth, and then we can work up through that, through heart, and then bring more, let's say, no, I'm working with color, more magenta. So I was just saying, we each have our day angel
Mm-hmm.
and so I call in my day angel and ask to bring in those strengths, like to strengthen my strengths and to help me with my weaknesses. I believe we each have our zodiac angel that we could work with. Like I'm Libra, so I work with Verkiel. That we have our guardian angel, we have our quinary angels. So there's like and even our elemental angels. So so we may be working with Ariel. So many people are right familiar with
Mm-hmm.
Ariel, Uriel, or Fuel is the Lord of the waters. So healing with the waters and water of life, or we feel connections with the ocean, like purifying with water, with fire, with the elements.
Some of these
Uh,
angel names you're using are not so common. Is there a specific program or system you're using to connect with these various angels and their uh, like what ties them to you, what they resonate with the most?
Right, right. So that's a very good question. So I'm going to credit, a long time ago studying with Doreen Virtue, but wanting something a bit deeper. And I got a hold of a deck of cards by Angela McGurr, who is in Hazelmere in England,
Mm.
and so I started working with her cards, and I like these really resonate. And I'm starting to see, like when I close my eyes and I'm doing these card meditations with a card, I'm starting to see flashing lights, and like you're talking about the colors more enhanced, and I'm just feeling this really deeper connection. And so I picked up a copy of her book, which is Angel Healing and Alchemy, and started
Mm.
working with the 7 day angels. So calling in Melchizedek, the father of the day angels and the rainbow light, and then starting working like Gabriel, angel of Monday, Camael, angel of Tuesday, Michael on Wednesday, and Zadkiel Thursday, Haniel Friday. We've got Castiel, like today is Saturday, and Raphael, healing angel, connecting with gold and the sun, and just started working deeper and deeper. And things started transforming in a phenomenal way. I'm starting to do a lot of healing, a lot of shifting. People came into my life, like I met you, and a lot of, right,
Yeah.
getting deeper and deeper. And then it's kind of like that rabbit hole. You just keep going deeper. And I feel like every level of karmic, issues and healing, then I believe we start over. There's a new level again, but at a higher
Deeper and deeper, or is it higher and higher?
both,
Ah,
right?
angels.
Right? Both. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So, That's really interesting. Thank you for sharing the days of the week. I'm sure those out there would love to know what day they're going to resonate with. I was born on a Wednesday, so it
Michael.
it
Michael.
it would make a lot of sense why I'm always calling Michael. I'm like, "Hey Michael. Hey Michael." I've worked with Gabriel and Raphael quite a few times too. Feel
Mm,
like I don't know too much about angels. It's more of like a feel for me than it is about a study. And Gabriel, I always call when working with like animals or children for some reason. And then Raphael, I've only called Raphael for like super serious clients, and it was actually before I worked in your workshop, your Angelic workshop. It's
mm.
like I don't know where the name came from. I was in the middle of a session, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna need an angel for this." And that session actually went really well. But it's just really interesting. Like when you do start dabbling with the energy, you can feel it. And you will just start hearing these names of specific angels come out of nowhere. At least that's how it was for me. Like, I need to call this particular person. Hold on. But yeah, your workshop was really beautiful. You use singing bowls too, right? And
Right.
these like mine is very small and not very fancy, but you had these
Mm,
like selenite serif blades. Yes, those
right.
things.
So these
For
are
those on the podcast, I'm so sorry you can't see it, but they're literally selenite with a really heavy duty cool silver handle and crystals at the end. And you use that at the end of our class. And how do you use those? And
yeah.
how did you come across that and get inspired to start using that in your own healing
That,
practice?
well, that's a story in itself. Like the angels guided me. I had a dear friend that I've known since I was playing gamelan when I was a master's student at Cal Arts, and Maria Bodwin. She had a little boutique at a spiritual holistic fair down in Burbank, California, and I knew that she was going to have an operation. I just felt like the angel's like, you've got to go. And I went down there, and there was a woman, Kathleen, who's also a healing practitioner, down in Orange County, and she had a booth set up. And I noticed the swords, but I passed by, and I spent time giving some healing to my friend who actually passed over to the other side just shortly after that, after her operation. So that was a whole thing in itself. And then on the way out, I stopped by Kathleen's booth and I saw these incredible selenite swords of light. And I asked her if I could pick them up. And she says, not, I normally don't do this, but I just sense that it's okay for you to do that. And I had this such powerful connection with these swords. And she said, by the way, the creator of these swords is giving a light worker training down in Orange County this weekend. Would you like to go? I think something else was going on, and I bowed out of that, and I headed down to the weekend workshop. And so we learned all about these swords. I picked up two of them. And so these are made by Tom Letter in Colorado. They are for healing the physical body systems. They really activate and balance the chakras, the meridians. They can really open the gates, the lattice systems, and clear the lattice systems, really for transforming and accessing higher and the multiverse, connecting with the multiverse. They activate the seven rays of light, accessing the ascended masters in the angelic realm. There's over 400 crushed crystals
Wow.
in the handle, wrapped with copper, like with volcano and meteorites, crystals from temples in Japan and Peru. They've got the sacred waters from 45 locations around the planet.
I gotta get one of these, huh?
Yeah. There's over 500 pictures, the angelic beings, the sacred geometry, DNA
Mm.
activations, Lemurian tones. Um, there's some esoteric acupuncture patterns. There are crop circles, pictures of the Enoch unicorns. They're just incredibly powerful. So
Mhm.
I also do biofield tuning, tuning with medical grade tuning forks and
Yeah.
using the light language. So all of this, the angelic healing, the swords of light, all of this comes into play in healing sessions. And so, yeah, these are just incredibly powerful tools. And I believe that if you go to Tom Letter's website,
Hmm.
he has them there. You can take a peek. Sometimes they do virtual training, so you can actually have like a little. They have a little store set up. So yeah, light workers definitely check out Tom's swords.
Awesome. Well, once again, while you were talking about this passionate experience, did you not notice the lights go? "Prong"? It's
Yes.
just so cool. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm sitting here, I do see energy bodies. I see guides and such. And like you're aware you're an earth angel, right? You're aware of
Yeah.
that? Okay, just want to make sure. Yeah, because you've got huge wings and you've got some great beautiful beautiful healing abilities. And just for all those listening out there, like you guys are out there, the angels of the earth, here to heal and help us all rise.
Absolutely. Emily, what about discussing maybe I could give 4 ways of asking for angelic protection, especially,
Yeah.
right now, I think with what's
Yeah,
been
we
going on.
definitely need that, don't we? We have no idea what's going to happen in this new year. We could use some protection.
Yeah. So one way we could do that, I believe, just grounding. So closing our eyes and taking some deep breaths. You could breathe in the present and breathe out the past. And as you're breathing, you want to breathe deep into your belly and ground that into the heart of Mother Earth. And breathing in peace, just breathing out anything no longer serving us. And we can call upon Michael, 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 please be with us in love and light, love and light, love and light. And we can imagine Michael's protective blue cloak enveloping us from head to foot. We can also call upon Gabriel, 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 and we could see ourselves enveloped in swirling silver and bring in some colors of invisibility, especially if we just feel we need that protection. We just need a little bit of invisibility. We can call upon Raphael, Raphael, Raphael. We can visualize ourselves inside a pyramid or a golden egg and fill this with Raphael's golden sunlight, his rays. And then we can also bring in any loved ones. And we can bring the loved ones into this pyramid and we can ask Melchizedek, Melchizedek, Melchizedek. We ask to fill this pyramid or egg with the violet ray of transmutation. And as we emerge, we just sense that aura of violet around us.
That's beautiful.
And we thank the angels in love and light, love and light, love and light.
That's beautiful. I definitely felt that. And you mentioned several angels. Is there like specific reasons you would choose different, like Raphael versus Michael, or um, how do you
Sure.
determine which ones do you use
Sure.
in circumstances?
So Michael for strength, truth, protection, also ruling like the throat, communication. And so if I feel that I want to enhance that, so
Hmm.
I would call upon Michael. If I want to work with the violet ray, so Melchizedek, I would call upon first, the father of the sacred seven. Um, I would perhaps call upon Ariel, who's also associated with violet. Maybe Aratron associated with violet. I might call upon the ascent. Well, now talking about ascended master Saint Germain associated with violet. If we're talking about Raphael, is associated with the sun, the
Hmm.
masculine. Gabriel silver, the feminine. So there are also the colors, the planets, the planetary symbols, the colors, crystals associated with each of the angels. So I think if someone listening to the podcast is interested in working with the angels and exploring further, I do recommend that Angel Healing and Alchemy by Angela McGurr. She talks about the crystals, the essential oils, the planetary connections, zodiac connections, working with the day angels.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be checking that out, definitely. So you do biofield tuning as well, and
Yes,
you combine that with light language and angels. How does that work? That sounds, I mean, that sounds incredible. It sounds really, really relaxing. And I mean, I can almost like tune into that feeling, and it's like, ah, like a good hot tub, you know.
e-
Um,
exactly. It's like so the biofield tuning is the work of
mm,
Eileen McCusick.
mhm.
And if anyone's interested, she's got a couple of programs out on Shift Network right now that I'd highly recommend. It's a great starter. And she's been giving some podcasts as well. So some really great lectures. And she had a background as a massage therapist. She did her master's degree. She wrote healing with, excuse me, the, so check out her first book. She's writing another book. And I'm sorry, I had a little space and I'm not remembering.
No worries, no worries.
So yeah, she has a foundations program and then the actual training and advanced training. So I've been through her programs in person and now through their virtual. So we're working with medical grade tuning forks, and we're working with just connecting and grounding the human biofield. So what is that? We're all energy, like a battery. We have a positive, negative, positive terminal. So like negative connecting and grounding, positive connecting with above. So I think these systems work hand in hand together. And
Absolutely.
so just we want to bring back into coherence. So if we're feeling a little down, stressed, depressed, a lot of heavy energy this year.
There is. There
So,
is.
so it's using sound energy
Mm,
to bring our body back into resonance. Just, like tuning a guitar string that's out of tune, tuning our bodies.
absolutely. Wow. So, we've covered talking about the different angels, the days that are associated, a little bit about those tools that you use when working with angels, how to call them in with the law of three, and a little bit about what you do and how you incorporate angels into the work you do.
Right.
Um, hmm, were you interested in demonstrating some of your healing? I don't know if you've gone online with your healing or not during this lovely
Oh,
time.
right. That's a good question. So when our we have this like Van Gogh sunflower field that popped up in like
Hmm.
spring throughout summer, and I brought the bowls out and I did a healing outdoors, and I posted that video on the Healing with Alyse that's on my Facebook page, so
Oh,
anyone
awesome.
can tune in there. So I've got a fork right now. Let's see what I've got. I think I've got my, yeah, that's my piano right now. I've got my Sword of Light and I've got my 144. So if anyone is familiar with the Fibonacci series, all right,
I,
let's see.
that's the spiral. Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah. It's the symbol of pretty much like infinite life and right.
And so if we
Infinity.
see that in phi, the phi, like one, one, right? Two,
Mm-hmm.
three, that continuous number. So I've got my 144 hertz fork, and I've got my hockey puck. So I could just do a little bit of grounding right now with my fork because we've worked with the angels. So I'm going to go ahead and activate. And I also have my 528. Let me just, I do a lot of this work intuitively. You had asked how I combined it all.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to start by grounding with my fork, and then I usually check the field. I tune in
Mm-hmm.
with the chakras and see what needs. Now, I'm just tuning in right now. I'm just going to invite kind of your hologram and everyone that will listen to this podcast here
Mm-hmm.
right now in the future. So we're all invited here. And let's just take some slow, deep breaths of this wonderful light. The breath of God, the energy of the angels. We surround ourselves with a pure white angelic light to protect us. And this time, let's focus on our inner self as we breathe inwards. Letting go, relaxing and going deeper. So I'm working with my 528 right now. And just imagine your chakra centers, this column or meridian line, this vertical line downwards. It reaches from your crown to the top of the head, through your forehead, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your tummy. And we've got the base of the spine, the root of your being. So right now I'm being guided to visualize the golden light of Raphael, the angel of the sun, pouring down through our crown and feeling the love and the healing light flowing down through the meridian line, completely filling the column within. We're sending love and light from our feet through the rootlets down into Mother Earth, connecting with the wood wide web. We ask Mother Earth for her healing, drawing strength up into our body. Let's call upon Cassiel because it's Saturday. Cassiel, Cassiel, Cassiel. We ask you for support in whatever area of life that you may feel is needed at this time. And so I want to connect the energy from below to above through our central channel. Feeling a really nice spirals. Ascending current, descending current. Father Sky sweeping down to kiss Mother Earth. And if I'm just feeling we need to ask some assistance on behalf of family members, for ourselves and family members, feeling this energy and comfort. You'd feel it fill you, feeling more relaxed, more peaceful. Just trusting that you'll receive the guidance and the support that you need at this time. Just remember, just trusting in the angels. You'll always be helped and supported. Just remember, love is the key. There we go. Thank you.
Thank you. The yawns. The yawns are always a good sign. You know things are moving when you're yawning. Mm,
Absolutely. I feel a lot of heat on my feet, a lot of groundedness. Beautiful.
mm. Well, was there anything else you wanted? I'm all spaced out, but I'm all, I'm in my heart. It's like so calm in my heart. So I'm just gonna enjoy that. But
I'm feeling like we could wrap it up with some. I'm feeling guided to call upon peace to Sophia, peace to Sophia, peace to Sophia, Divine Mother. Please be with us in love and light, love and light, love and light. And I'm going to use the 144, and I want to do some, I'm just going to do a little bit of calming in. I'm feeling that there's the fear, maybe anger, fear, some judgment, something like this. Feeling we could let that go. And I've got Michael's sword, got the selenite sword here. So I'm holding that. So just, again, keep staying in that relaxed, deep state, going into the inner self. Just focusing into that, more calmness. There we go. Right. So I'd like to wrap this up with the figure eights. Let me do some figure eights here. And this beautiful, wonderful, radiant light all around us. That's two. Letting go. Asking Michael to cut using his sword, which is the topaz ray. I'm going to go ahead and connect the divine will, our will with the divine will. And that, just connecting that there. Drawing more strength back into our body and healing. And energy for comfort. There we go. I'm going to go back to my 528 for a minute. I'm just going to cocoon us all up in this energy. Let's see that radiance all around us. Pure, coherent light. Here we go. Beautiful. Thank you.
thank you.
You're
I'm
welcome.
gonna end up just sitting in my office after this, just all sleepy and relaxed. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm so looking forward to that. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. That was beautiful. That offering was absolutely gorgeous. And I know everybody is excited to now go home and work with their angels. And
Yes. I,
so,
I definitely say you probably don't want to do this while you're driving or
oh
operating
yeah,
any heavy
I'll have
machinery.
that in the description. I'll be sure
Regular.
to. Yeah.
Oh, oh, that's beautiful. I'm doing a little aurograph right now, and so I'm using our. I've got some light pink. That's beautiful, and the green healing, and that's the spirals. Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you again. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for stopping in. And if you guys want to reach out to Alyse and get some information or sessions with her, I'll put her information in the description below. Please click on her links. And it was such a pleasure having you on today. And I can't thank you enough.
Great. It's such a pleasure. Thank you, Rainbow Raja. And I wish everyone a happy, beautiful, warm, and peaceful solstice
Yeah.
and
And
holiday season.
holidays.
Yeah.
Beautiful holiday season. All right, everyone. Well, thank you again for joining Rainbows Rising, where we ascend together. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Bye, guys.